Why the man, I mean human being, difference between faith and behavior in the normal life? I mean, if the man say, he know that if he's liar, that's haram, but he insisted to do this and say to himself, I must do that because the situation give me that to say this, that's liars. So why the man?
See, this is a very easy question to answer. In fact, when one's faith is true, he never behaves differently. When the faith is false or weak, then whenever the clash occurs between faith and action, action wins and the faith is defeated. Hadith Muslim Islam has made it clear with the help of many examples. If you know that there is a snake, deadly snake, you will not poke your finger into the hole where the snake is. This is a sign of truth of faith, and the action will never negate the requirements of faith. If you know there is something to be had, some good and some treasure is to be gained, you will go there, you will not run away from it. So the opposite happens in the case of people who say we believe that sin is bad, we believe that we will lose God, but they sin, which means the importance of God is just imaginary. The reality of sin is more important. And similarly, when they say we know Wahi is good, is from God, the Holy Quran is most wonderful, is the best book in the world, we are ready to offer our lives for the sake of it. But when the Quran is recited, they're not interested. When music is played, they go for it, you know. They spend the whole night listening to music. There is one famous singer in Egypt, Kulthum. You see, the Egyptians particularly and other Arabs as well, who spend whole night listening to Kulthum. But tell them there's a Qari who will recite the Quran whole night. This, what do you mean by that? Leave him alone, you know. So, action is true. Faith is falsified by the action. If the faith tallies with the action, only then faith is true, not otherwise. This is going to create hell for people in the hereafter, because there will be no music. I haven't read any music in the Holy Quran to be offered to the people who die. So there is only good thing, qalan salaman salama, and that means all the best things will be offered which offer peace. And people who are not used to this, they will feel very uneasy. They'll miss their music very much there. And when you miss something of which you're addicted, this is hell. You see, those people who are addicted to opium or other drugs, you remove them and they feel like dying. Sometimes they commit suicide. Sometimes they murder for the sake of getting a few pills of the opiate they are used to. So this will be their hell in the future, but they will have no way to escape it. They can't commit suicide there, they can't kill anybody, and they have to face it. So this is one small example of how one's faith is tested at the touchstone of one's actions. Action is the true thing. When it gives light to the faith is just hollow and meaningless. But the same action will become punishable after death. So that is why it is al-amal, always al-amal which are punished. in the Holy Quran, you always read it is al-amal which are being punished. See? Got it? Please. Translation. See, when I presented the example of music, I don't mean this is sufficient to put people to hell. It was just an example. I don't mean that anybody who listens to music will go to hell. What I mean to say is you must prepare good tastes here. The tastes which are godly, where you begin to obtain pleasure from goodness. This is the real message. If you begin to love goodness here, then because it will be goodness there, and it will be brought very close to you. So that will be the heaven you create yourself. So if you love evil things, then because there can be no evil thing in heaven, so you will naturally go to hell which you like, but there you will not like it because the real nature of the evil will be manifested. So don't misunderstand me when I say, give the example of music. I don't mean that anybody who listens to music is going to be dispatched straight to hell. It's an example of our likings and dislikes. If we live in an atmosphere which we love and we miss that suddenly, that becomes a sort of hell for us.